Oh, kaya mo cuma tahu kami nganita mamu. Oh, gua sana lah nganita mamu. Nimbula, ayaw Mr. Ben.
Ella ba?
Na magkikiro manolo kinedyo na bima taka monisi kinafangarumbuka.
Enabula FM, number 2 and selling.
In the news tonight, Fiji to host newest leg of PGA Tour of Australasia. Disgruntled residents petition against broiler shed location. And Maritime Act review complete and approved by President. Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate and you're watching FBC News. The Fijian government has signed up with PGA Australasia to host the country's first ever PGA International Golf Tournament in 2014. The tournament will push Fiji's tourism marketability internationally to new heights, as Mika Longa reports.
The $1 million prize Fiji International Tournament will attract the best international golfers to the world-class Natandola golf course in August next year.
With golf booming in Asia, now is the time for Fiji to secure its share of benefit from our game. In partnership with Sports and Entertainment Limited, the PGA has been pursuing opportunities to work alongside the Fijian government to leverage this country's potential.
Fijian Prime Minister Vorangen Bainimarama created history for Fiji by accepting PGA Australia's proposal to host the newest leg of the tour.
The signing of today's MOU is a significant moment for Fiji because it demonstrates that PGA has faith in our country to hold one of its major events. Faith in our infrastructure, faith in our economy, and faith in our people. And I'm here to say that we are equal to the opportunity and look forward to a strong and lasting relationship with the PGA.
The tournament will guarantee a $14 million viewership around the world, taking Fiji to greater heights in tourism.
Golf is a major niche tourist market with huge growth potential in Fiji, poised to take advantage of the game's rapidly growing popularity in Asia. That's why we're so excited that the PGA is coming here. A PGA golf tournament is a major international event of the highest caliber, attracting some of the game's best professionals.
Organizers will be sending an invitation to Fiji international professional golfer Vijay Singh to take part in the tournament and can't say at this stage if world champ Tiger Woods will be attending. Mikolonga, FBC News.
A poultry company in Udiwai-Nandi is in trouble again, this time from a group of disgruntled residents who have signed a petition against their broiler sheds. They want Tour Fiji to relocate their chicken houses and are asking the government to look into their concerns. And as Christopher Chand reports, the company only got their stop work order lifted this month.
This group, made up of residents, tourism operators and landowners, have signed a petition stating their objection against Toa Fiji's broiler sheds located towards the Udiwai coast.
We have stressed in our correspondence to government that we're not against the project, we're not against development, and certainly not against the jobs that it will bring, but we are against the location.
This is the site of the controversial broiler sheds, which is expected to grow 60,000 chickens. Residents who have signed the petition say air pollution in the area will be unbearable.
There's going to be 6 sheds. You would have seen the shed earlier today. 6 of those sheds to house 60,000 chickens. And our concern is that it's only a very short 500 meters from the sea. So for us there is potential environmental degradation.
I think their claims are not realistic. I think they're getting so worked out on this whole topic that they're not thinking in an intelligent manner. We have other poultry farms and there is no recorded, major poultry pollution or anything.
Toa Fiji maintains it will not relocate despite the new problems they are now facing from disgruntled residents.
The people complaining need to look at the overall picture, not just for their benefit, that this is a retirement area and all that. We are here doing what the government's called for. We are trying to support the economy. We are concerned with business. We came here to do business.
On August 7th, Toa Fiji was slapped with a stop work order but this was lifted by the Department of Environment on September 4th. Christopher Chand, FBC News.
The Reserve Bank of Fiji is expected to issue another economic forecast in the lead up to the 2014 budget announcement. Governor Barry Whiteside says they will be conducting surveys in the coming days. The economic projections for this year was 3.2%, which surpassed the initial projection by the IMF at 3%.
We'll do a round of forecasting in October, so we will see how it is then before we make any changes to that the 3.2% figure. All our surveys have been very positive. Our latest surveys have been very positive, so we expect this trip to the West next week to just update us on what's happening.
Whiteside adds the surveys will gather various views from businesses on their expectations for the next 6 months. The review of the Marine Act has been completed and approved by the President. It will now be known as the Maritime Transport and Ships Registration Decree. Ritika Pratap reports.
The Transport Ministry worked with the Maritime Safety Authority of Fiji and other stakeholders in reviewing the Act. Now that the review is complete, a grace period has been given to those in the industry to make adjustments.
Program that will be going out to the industry, the stakeholders, what they need to do before the Maritime Transport Decree and the Ship Registration Decree come into play.
The revised decree now covers a wide range of issues, including protection of Fiji's marine environment. It will also outline the responsibilities of those that look after port facilities.
The receiving facilities in terms of waste oil, in terms of sewage that comes in from the vessels. We need to offload that and we need to contain that on land, and how best we can get the purification process in place.
Luine Sara says the decree also captures Fiji's obligation to the International Marine Organization. MSEF Chief Executive says they expect full compliance once the new decree comes into effect.
Expecting reasonably so a high level of voluntary compliance, because as we've gone out to so many and a wide-ranging number of stakeholders seeking out what it is that the public, the stakeholders at large generally require to be incorporated into the new legislation.
The decree will be implemented next year, and in the meantime more awareness programs will be held for its successful implementation. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Bureta District School in Levuka is struggling to maintain its role. According to the school manager Anna Vosanimbola, there are not enough children to fill the classes. Eleanor Tarangaivu has more.
Bureta District School caters for 4 villages in Ovalau, namely Neiwitete, Navuloa, Nasanga and Wainaloka. For long, it's had a low roll, so the school management took matters into their own hands.
The management had to do a lot of visiting, home visiting, to students who were sending their children to town, to the schools in town. What we had informed them that, the government is putting in a lot of effort, a lot of money to the renovation of the school. So we have quarters here, we've improved the school buildings, and there's no reason to send the children back to town.
The home visits, along with the continuous upgrading of the school, saw the number go up again.
2010, we had reached 100, over 100, and then 2011.
However, this is not the case for this year, as they recorded a drop in the school roll.
So we did a survey, and then we found out that it's just there's not enough children.
Vosanimbola says they are now making it their business to get the villagers to fill the classrooms.
I'm telling them you should get married and have children, so that in 10 years' time you don't have to, there's no empty classrooms. We'll have all crowded classrooms.
Bureta District School continues to be upgraded by government. Just recently, 2 of its teachers' quarters were upgraded. The school is now looking to have a computer lab and a multi-purpose court. Eleanor Turangaibu, FBC News.
Coming up after the break, FNU makes huge savings from Unifarm.
Isambol binaka, nadang wadi soni dalai, nama kyo mani wasini ngono borota kina lali ne kabi, mai na tolu kina bitu, ena moni dingina por rombuka, ena mbula FM, na bandu ena serre.
Mula, I'm Wame. Join me every weekday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on The Center Show with classic hits from the 70s as well as the 80s right here on Gold FM.
Welcome back. You're watching FBC News. 2 men charged with importation of controlled chemicals and aiding and abetting appeared in the Suva High Court today. Isikeli Tamani and Amena Rambuli allegedly brought in 2.6 kilograms of controlled chemicals without lawful authority in January 2010. They are also alleged to have been indirectly engaged in a transaction involving $9,000 in the same month. The controlled chemical pseudoephedrine hydrochloride can be used to make methamphetamine, which goes under street names like speed and ecstasy. The trial will start on Monday in the Suva High Court. The Fiji National University is already making huge savings from the purchase of a 200-acre farmland in Navua, now widely known as the Unifarm. Mika Longa reports the FNU saves $700,000 a year on chickens, eggs and meat.
FNU's Unifarm has close to 900 cows which are producing 900 liters of milk a day. Its concept is quite distinct from other agriculture training institutions in the country.
The difference between those previous programs and the one offered at FNU is that it is of a higher level, higher educational standard, because it's an elevation from diploma to a degree program.
Unifarm hopes to encourage young people into commercial agriculture, promote self-sufficiency in locally produced products, and promote the idea of import substitution.
Students are taught the basics of business management, business development.
50 students, sponsored by government, get the opportunity to train here in whatever field of interest they intend to pursue. Each of them are allocated a piece of land. The NFU wants all its students to have some practical experience on what to expect in the real world of business.
This is a training ground for young people, and whatever produce that is generated by the practice farm, there is a formula for calculating that. The share that goes back to the university to cater for whatever resources that were used, and of course a percentage would go to the students.
Around 900 students have enrolled in various agriculture studies offered by the FNU. Mikolonga, FBC News.
If you love dancing, whether it's hip-hop, freestyle, belly dancing or even classical Indian dancing and meke, this is your time to shine, as Fiji will soon have its own talent show. Nandi's Tutti Frutti owner, Sandeep Narayan, is introducing Fiji's dancing superstar to encourage youths and the younger generation to exhibit their talents. Akusita Tale has more.
It's a show that will be similar to the famous American Idol. Only this time, it will feature local talents. Auditions will begin in Nandi from the 28th of this month and will run for 8 weeks.
We'll go to all the towns in the country and the cities in the country, and our judges will pick the best talent from different towns and bring them into a platform, a competition, and that will be produced in Fiji.
Dancing Superstar promises to raise the bar to another level by taking the winner to the international stage.
We try to put a contract as a Ganesha production for all the contestants, top 12 contestants, to be 3 years contract with Ganesha production, and we will take them to overseas stages, international stage, to perform and to show the talent of our nation.
The audition is open for 10 to 23-year-olds, ranging from individual to a maximum number of 5 in a group.
The dances are 5 dance form right now. We have put it in our list, which is hip-hop, freestyle, belly dance, Indian Bollywood, meke, and a classical Indian dance. This is any type of dance that you come in to do the audition.
Sandeep says talks are also underway with local television companies to televise the show. The grand finale is expected to be held on the 25th January next year, and the winner walks away with a $10,000 cash. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
The Fiji Red Cross has launched its revamped website. Director General Felipe Nainotha says the new website will boost their profile. Members of the community will now be able to get current information about the Fiji Red Cross online. The website address is www.redcross.com.fj.
It's important that we let our partners know, especially our important partners, what we are doing. these partners give us money. They donate to us. They expect us to be careful with it.
Red Cross has 15 branches in Fiji. It's sports time again. Good evening, Jamie. How's it looking for the big matchup tonight?
Well, Jackie, we have 34 Mbati Warriors ready to rip into each other. So this is definitely one matchup you do not want to miss. We'll have more on the big game after the break, but also coming up, the FIFA World Cup trophy has landed in Fiji. Details after the break.
How would you like to spend your morning? You could spend your morning like this. Or you could spend it like this.
Tune in to the Morning Ride every weekday morning from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. right here on Today FM, Today's Hit Music.
नमस्ते दोस्तों, मिर्ची रफ्तार से मैं अश्निल सिंह। शामिल हो जाइए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे फ्रॉम 3 to 7 p.m.
Welcome back to FBC Sports. Come 7 o'clock tonight, Suva's ANZ Stadium will witness its toughest rugby league match ever in the form of the Vodafone Battle of the Mbati. It's a matter of all or nothing for the 17 Fiji residents, led by Captain Sevanaya Koroi, and 17 overseas-based Fijians, led by Aaron Groom, before Fiji Mbati head coach Rick Stone announces his team to the World Cup in England next month. As described by many and as Elena McDonald reports, tonight will truly be Fiji Rugby League at its best.
What is the Battle of the Mbati?
Tonight, we get to see what Rugby League can do on the ground. Tonight, we get to witness what the game is all about. And tonight, we'll see who are the best 13, the 13 warriors that will take us across to the Rugby League World Cup in UK next month.
The buck stops with this guy to choose his final team to the World Cup. And with an already impressive NRL-based lineup, it makes tonight's trials the hardest ever to overcome.
By the time they get into the field, they will absolutely rip each other because that's the way it is. You know, rugby league, it's all about getting out there, prove who's the toughest, who's the strongest, who's the fastest.
But that's a fact that's driving this final 30 to make up their minds on how to become a cut above the rest.
It's a goal I've had for the last 2 or 3 years to sort of get into the World Cup side. I didn't try the last World Cup and I sort of was dirty on myself, so I sort of made it for the last sort of 2 years my goal to really try and put the best foot forward I could.
For me, rugby league is everything. And I'm just, can't wait.
D-Day has arrived for our final set of warriors and a chance for all local rugby league lovers to witness our best hopes in action. Elena McDonald, FBC Sports.
The prestigious FIFA World Cup trophy tour through Fiji by Coca-Cola is currently underway with celebrations at Nandi International Airport. The entourage, which has former France international player Christian Carambiu, arrived at the airport a little while ago to much fanfare. President Ratu Epeli Nailatikau is with other guests at the airport to receive the trophy. A cocktail party will be held for guests and Fiji football officials tomorrow evening at the Maravu restaurant on the beach. The Transpacific Touch Rugby Tournament got underway at Prince Charles Park in Nandi today, and there was much celebration in the opening ceremony to welcome the visiting teams. Talentau Dakadaka has more.
After months of preparation, the Transpacific Tournament kicked off without a hitch. Teams and spectators were treated to a lively display by the police jazz band, with the visitors getting a treat of local entertainment. Chief guest, Minister for Youth and Sports, William Enopoto, highlighted the status of the sport in the country.
Touch rugby in Fiji is considered a minor sport when considering the level of formal competitions. But when we look at the informal sports, touch rugby is a far bigger sport played by people of all ages. Touch rugby in Fiji is played in village greens, beaches, schools, streets.
The minister also highlighted the value of hosting such tournaments for our sports people.
Is the resultant developmental effect it has on our athletes from their exposure to high-level competition that international tournaments such as this generates.
The Fiji Warriors side looks to be the in-form team, racking up a 8-1 victory over Australia in the opening game. Games continue tomorrow with the semi-qualifiers to be held in the afternoon. Salendo Dakadak, FBC Sports.
The Fiji Table Tennis Association is focusing on development of its players at the amateur level, and the association hopes that the participation of two of its brightest prospects in overseas competition is a sign of a promising future. Salendo Dakadak has more.
Philip Wing is looking to make a career out of table tennis. What makes Wing stand out is that he is deaf, yet that has not hampered his aim to succeed in the sport. The Form 3 student of Gospel High School will be on a training stint in Tokyo, Japan to help him achieve his goal.
We're hoping to have it mid of next year. We're just liaising with the Butterfly Dojo to have a space for the Team Fiji guys, including Philip, to go and train there. And he has just returned from a successful tournament in New Caledonia, and we hope to better his skills through his training at Tokyo.
The Fiji Table Tennis Association is carrying out regular training sessions to attract new players as well as develop them.
For our development programs, we actually look at the grassroots levels, and then we go and do outreach programs and table tennis clinics in the villages, on the streets, and in special schools at Gospel Deaf School. And then we bring out all the talents, and then we try and let people play this sport.
Another bright young talent will also be competing at the upcoming World Cadet Challenge in Slovenia next month.
Every week I'm training the hardest I can and giving everything for this tournament because it's my last year, and I'd like to have more training. Unfortunately, the training schedule is less, and I'd like to thank Fiji Table Tennis for helping me with the training and giving us schedule and making our time for this training.
With a steady influx of new players already this year, the table tennis fraternity hopes to build a healthy competitive player base for the coming season. Salendo Dakadak, FBC Sports.
That's it from me tonight, but it won't be the last of FBC Sports. A reminder again that we will air live coverage of the Battle of the Mpati, though we have just got word from the ANZ Stadium that it may be delayed due to power issues. Stay tuned to FBCTV for live updates. Good evening.
That more people are now tuning into FBCTV over the past 3 months. 4,654 people took part in the survey, which was conducted in the North, East and West. Out of that figure, 3,219 people, which is 69%, indicated that they watch FBCTV exclusively. FBCTV Manager Television Vinal Raj says there is still a long way to go.
This indicates that we have to work even harder and make sure that we bring the best programming to the people of Fiji.
Weather time now, and there's a lot of excitement about tonight's game, Jen, so it better not rain this evening.
I'm hoping it doesn't rain either, Jackie, but according to my forecast, there's a strong possibility of showers in the capital. The northern side also had some rain, while the western side over here, see those clouds, had to deal with some not so perfect weather. It was fairly warm throughout the country today. 33 degrees in Ba is our highest temperature, and 28 degrees over here in Savusavu is our lowest. More clouds and rain for Suva and the north tomorrow. Might be a good idea to head down west for the weekend. It's sunshine all the way for Nadi, Lautoka and Ba. Nasorowanga in Boer. First time for me to hear of it, and now the first time for me to see it. Well, a glimpse of it actually. Ravneet Kumar took this on Monday, and if I was looking out on that horizon as well, I would have done the same.
Thanks so much for that, Genevieve. Before we leave the headlines once again, Fiji to host newest leg of PGA Tour of Australasia. Disgruntled residents petition against broiler shed location. FIFA World Cup trophy arrives in the country, And stage set for Battle of the Mbati. Now onto the poll question, and we're asking, was Team Fiji's performance at the Pacific mini-game satisfactory? To take part, log on to www.fbc.com.fj. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email, citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj. That's your news for tonight. I'll see you again tomorrow. Good evening.
Hope you're enjoying the music right now on Gold FM. Only the classic hits, especially if you're spending your time at home or around the office. I certainly hope you're taking it easy and enjoying the music coming your way. Well, I got a whole lot more to keep you moving and to keep you going right up until you reach knock-off time. I'm Kara. Join me every weekday from 2 to 7 on The Ride, only on Gold FM.